Guys, I have opinions, very unpopular opinions, plenty unpopular opinions. That's what this video is going to be about. You already saw it in the title, right? Yeah, I'm going to be sharing my unpopular opinions about marriage. I think I'm going to do a part 2 for motherhood, but let's just keep this one to marriage and marriage related things. I see that marriage is getting a lot of good PR these days on social media. Of course, there are a lot of celebrities, influencers getting married. The wedding industry is booming. There are beautiful fairy tale weddings happening, expensive weddings happening, and it's beginning to influence how a lot of young girls are looking at marriage, weddings, and all of that good stuff. And I am here for it. Honestly, I am here for it. There used to be a lot of negative things about marriage, like it was outshadowing all of the good things that you can benefit from getting married. But now I think it's balanced. Or maybe we are beginning to speak more about good marriages, which is a good thing, which I support. Marriage is a beautiful thing. If it's something that you want, then it is beautiful, but there has to be a balance. It's not always fairy tale, beautiful, happy ending 100% of the time. There are challenges, there are things that happen. It's the whole package, it's not just one-sided. So anybody going into marriage needs to know what the intricacies of that is. That's why I'm filming this video. Not to say that this is everybody's experience. In fact, not all of it is my experience. It's from things that I've seen, things that I've heard, and my experience as well. Just, a balanced perspective and my emphasis on my unpopular opinions about marriage. I think this intro has gone on too long. Let's go into the video. My first unpopular opinion is that love is not enough to sustain a marriage. I know. Even relationships, it's okay that in the beginning you guys love each other and that is, what keeps it for a bit. But after that lovey-dovey phase passes, there are other things that you need to sustain a healthy marriage, and this is from both sides. It's not just one person. There are other things that you need to sustain a relationship, not just marriage. Now there are really other things that you need. Your values need to align. Health wise, you guys need to align. Compatibility is a thing. Financially, emotionally, physically, all of the Kalis, you guys need to align. So outside of marriage, in fact, I am one of those people who don't think that love at first sight is a thing. What are you falling in love with somebody? Like, you're just seeing the person and then you fall. What is the substance that is drawing you to the person? I don't think it's true. You can be attracted to somebody when you see them at first, but you cannot fall in love with somebody. At least not in the way that I'm thinking about it. I think that I fall in love with people's characters, their value, what they believe in, the person that they are, as opposed to what they look like. You get what I mean? Those things outside of the physical appearance, those are the things that would eventually keep you in a marriage. Those are the things that will sustain your relationship, the things that you will look back on and say, oh, this person is a good person, even though they are annoying right now. These other things, there are so many things that you need to be looking at, not just love. Okay. The second one is, I want to say controversial, but I think that we've already established in this video that these opinions are unpopular, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's that you can be attracted to other people even when you're married, in a committed relationship, in whatever. You can be attracted to other people. Being married, being in a relationship, it doesn't close your eyes from other good things that are outside. It becomes a conscious decision for you to choose the person that you are with every single day. Do I need to say more? I don't think so. I have had conversation with some people, and in the conversation it comes up about them being lonely, how they are looking for their person, and how, marriage or being in a relationship is going to help them fix that aspect of themselves. Like, they won't feel lonely, they won't feel like they are doing life alone, and all of that yada stuff. And that's valid. That feeling is very, very valid. But being in a relationship, being married, can feel lonely as well. It can be a very lonely endeavor, if I do say so myself, because that issue that you had when you were single, that thing that you're trying to fix with somebody else, If you don't get it on your own, if you don't find it on your own, even when you have the person you think you needed, you will still have that issue. So loneliness is like a problem that you can fix even when you are single, with your family, with your friends, with activities that you do, with service, it's giving your time and your energy to other things. You have to be whole in yourself before you go into marriage. In fact, I think this even relates to whatever it is you think marriage is going to solve for you. If you can't solve it on your own, you probably will continue to have that problem even when you are married. So yes, marriage can be lonely. It can feel lonely, even though you people love each other, you people are compatible, you people are 100% for each other. It can also be like a lonely thing, because in as much as you are a couple, there are individual lives that are in it as well. And if you go and eventually mistakenly marry somebody that does not send you, sorry, this is not funny, it's not supposed to be a joke, but you get what I mean. Have you ever come in contact with two people who are great by themselves, like they are great people, but put them together and things will just begin to shift, clash, everything will scatter? Yeah, marriage can also be like that as well. Two people who are great people individually, but then they come together in marriage and they just can't seem to gel. It just can't seem to work. My point is, a good spouse doesn't equal a good marriage. So a person can be good, but in a partnership they just, can't bend, they can't compromise, they can't communicate, they have trust issues because they know that they are good. Like, I know I'm a good person, I cannot be the problem. So they can't even look beyond them being good. So in their head, they are stuck at being good. So it does not even cross their mind to re-examine and see if they are the problem. They cannot be the problem. It's not possible for them to be the problem. They are good. Their friends say they are good. Everybody around them tells them that they are amazing. So it cannot be them that is the problem. So a good spouse does not equal a good marriage. A person, individual, is a spouse. A marriage is a union. It's a home. It's child rearing. It's financial responsibility. It's faithfulness. It's trustworthiness. It's responsibility. And not all good people have the capacity to manage that. You can't sit with us. You can't sit with us. My husband is my best friend. You can't sit with us. Your spouse shouldn't be your everything. You should have a life outside of your spouse. You should have a life outside of your marriage. Your family should still be close. You should not cut all of your friends. I don't think these are things that we are supposed to be saying in 2025. I don't think that there's any relationship that you should go into and then cut off every other relationship that you formed before then. Marriage is not supposed to isolate you from your friends, from your family, your loved ones, people who have your best interest at heart. That's not what marriage is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be that. Do not isolate your friends. Do not isolate your family. People that have good intentions. So I know that there are people that deserve cutting off. If they deserve cutting off, please cut them off. But you should have a life. You should be able to exist outside of your partnership. Have your own friends. Your husband's friends are not your friends. Or maybe you guys have mutual friends, that's different, but you do not inherit all of their friends as your own. Is not healthy, advisable that you do that. Keep your friends, keep your community, keep your close-knit people. I am also not one of those people that think that a third party should not hear anything that happens in your marriage. That's not my opinion. That's not what I believe in. However, not everything needs to go outside of your marriage. You need wisdom to be able to tell the difference. There are certain little issues that you guys would eventually resolve that nobody else needs to hear about. But if there are big things that you're struggling with in your relationship, if there are serious issues that you have in your relationship, my dear, go and look for a trusted person and pour your heart out. Keeping it by yourself, keeping it and dying alone is not going to help you. So yes, I think that you should speak out about your situation. You speak up about your marriage if you are being abused physically, emotionally, if you are struggling financially, if you need help with anything really that you cannot solve on your own, then you need to find help. You need to seek help. That's the only way you find solution to it. There's no point keeping it in when you know that there's no solution that's going to come from that. If it's something that you guys are still thinking about, still debating, still trying to resolve internally, that's different. But if you've tried everything and it's not working, it's time for you to go somewhere else. My next opinion is that if you are not careful, if you are not being intentional, if you don't have a plan, marriage can stunt your growth. Yeah, it can. Because if you don't have all of these things I mentioned, the plan, if you are not being intentional, if you are not being careful, if you are just laid back, there are a lot of things that happen in marriage. I'm going to come from the angle of a woman now, because when you come, you join your life with somebody else, and then you guys build a family, and then you start having kids. The woman sort of bears a 90% of like the pregnancy, child rearing bit of things. And because we take on that responsibility, we begin to lose like personal plan, personal goals that we have if you are not being careful. Now, I'm not talking about people who have chosen to be stay-at-home moms. That's a very valid choice. Like, it's more than valid. Like, let's not go into that in this video, but if you've chosen to be a stay-at-home mom and do that 100%, then that's fine. This point is not for you. I'm talking about people who want to continue to run businesses, who want to continue to build a career, basically people who want to be working moms. If you don't make plan for that to continue to be a reality for you, you might be stunted. Things might shift, especially if you're not the breadwinner in your house. For women who the home cannot survive without their salary, I don't think that that should be like a conversation. If the woman is the one who provides a bulk of the finances, then they have to sort care from the husband or somebody else in order for her to continue to work to provide for the family. That's the only way people survive. That's fine. But for women who just want to work because they like to work, but they don't earn as much as their husband, they don't provide financially as much as their husband. Oh God, I just hope you guys, if you guys can hear any noise, please pardon me. I just put on my AC. This place is getting really hot, so I put it on so there might be hum in the background. Forgive me. But I was saying that in a situation where the husband earns more than the wife, it now becomes a situation where you compare who earns more, and ultimately the person who earns less has to step down to carry more household responsibilities, and the person who earns more focuses on doing that and providing for the family. So if you're not careful, you begin to relegate your career, your business to taking care of the home, because that's what your household can afford. Even though marriage can propel you to do bigger things that you couldn't have done on your own, so now because you have somebody, you're able to do much more than you would have done for yourself by yourself. But eventually in the future, when you start having kids, when other responsibilities come into play, it can stunt your growth as well. This last one relates to the first opinion that I gave, which is about love, and this one is that you can fall out and fall in and fall out and fall in and fall out and fall in and fall in and fall out of love with your partner in a marriage, especially if you guys have been at it for a long time. It's a work in progress. It's not something that is there 100% of the time. And sometimes you are mad, sometimes you are angry, sometimes you are frustrated, sometimes you can't stand this person. All of those are fleeting feelings that go on their own, and then there are times where you are lovey, dovey, nice, nobody can tell you anything, you're on top of the world, you're on cloud nine. I don't know why I'm in a sing-songy mood, but yeah, it's something that happens in marriage. So when things are down, don't think that your situation is bad. Don't think that your marriage is bad. Don't think that you're failing. Don't think that the world is coming to an end. Those are just things that will pass, and you guys will eventually get to a place of love again. So hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So, which of these opinions triggered you? Even a little? Be honest, let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know what your unpopular opinions about marriage is in the comments as well. This video is my opinion. It's not meant to bash marriage. It's just, one of those things that we talk about as girls, as pals. So let me know in the comment section what you think about the opinions that I shared. If you have some of your own, you can share in the comment section as well. If I triggered you a little, leave it in the comment section as well. I'm going to film one right now, just right now, about my unpopular opinions about motherhood as well. So watch out for that video. This is the time that you subscribe so that you don't miss out on my future uploads. Also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.